Have you ever stood in front of your kitchen cabinet, holding a bottle of oil and wondered, is this helping my heart or slowly hurting it? If you're over 60, chances are you've spent decades cooking for your family, preparing Sunday breakfasts, holiday feasts, or even just a simple dinner for one. But here's something most of us were never told. The oils we've used for years, some we grew up with, might not be doing our hearts any favors anymore. In fact, a few of them could be silently contributing to inflammation, clogged arteries, or even fatigue and brain fog. The good news? It's never too late to make a change. And that change doesn't have to be drastic. It can start with something as simple as switching your cooking oil. Today, we're diving into a topic that's more important than most people realize, especially for those of us who want to stay active, protect our hearts, and enjoy life to the fullest in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. We're going to uncover 5 of the worst cooking oils that are surprisingly common in many kitchens. And then, even better, we'll explore 5 heart-friendly oils that can truly nourish your body from the inside out. But we won't be doing it with charts or chemistry lessons. Instead, I want to talk to you like a friend, because this is personal. Let's begin with one oil that's probably sitting on your shelf right now. Vegetable oil. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I've used vegetable oil for decades. It's in every recipe. And you're right. It's cheap, convenient, and it doesn't smoke easily when you fry something. But here's the problem. Most vegetable oil isn't actually made from vegetables at all. It's often a blend of soybean, corn, and other highly processed seed oils. During manufacturing, it's heated, treated with chemicals, and stripped of its natural nutrients, only to be deodorized and bleached to look clean. What's left is a product that's full of omega-6 fats that promote inflammation in the body, something we really don't need more of, especially as we age. Inflammation is linked to heart disease, joint pain, and even memory issues. And when we're using vegetable oil to cook nearly every meal, those small amounts add up. I met a woman recently. Her name was Carol, 72 years old, sprightly and full of life. She told me she used to fry eggs in vegetable oil every morning. Her cholesterol was creeping up, her knees were aching more, and she felt constantly bloated. But when she made the switch to a healthier oil, just one small change in her routine, she felt a difference. Her doctor noticed too. That's the power of choosing differently. And speaking of frying, another oil that's often used in cooking is canola oil. It's marketed as heart healthy and light, and many of us have trusted it because that's what the labels say. But here's the tricky part. While canola oil does have a better fatty acid profile than some oils, most of the canola oil on the market is genetically modified and heavily processed. It undergoes high heat extraction and chemical treatment that leaves behind oxidation byproducts, not something your arteries or brain cells will thank you for. Plus, over time, frequent use of canola oil can shift the delicate balance between omega-3 and omega-6 fats in our bodies, nudging us toward more inflammation. The truth is, when you're trying to stay sharp, mobile, and protect your heart, inflammation is the last thing you want. The more we can reduce it with small, daily choices, the better we feel, not just physically, but mentally too. Now, I want to pause here for a moment because I know change isn't always easy. If you're used to cooking with these oils, switching to something new might feel inconvenient or even wasteful. But I want you to think of this not as giving something up, but as gaining something even better. A clearer mind, a steadier heart, more energy to walk, to play with your grandkids, or to finally take that trip you've been dreaming of. Every meal is a chance to feed your future self, and the oil you choose is a big part of that. That brings me to another oil that often flies under the radar. Soybean oil. You'll find it in everything from packaged snacks to restaurant food. It's cheap, and that's why it's used so often. But studies have linked it to obesity, insulin resistance, and even neurological issues. Now, that doesn't mean a little soybean oil will ruin your health overnight. But when it becomes a staple, day in and day out, it starts to affect the bigger picture. Especially for seniors when our bodies are more sensitive to dietary imbalances, those effects can show up as increased stiffness, poor sleep, or rising blood pressure. No one wants to be a slave to medications if simple swaps could help reduce the need for them. So, what do you do instead? How do you shift away from these oils that have been so common, so familiar? Well, the exciting part is there are oils that do the opposite. They actively support heart health, reduce inflammation, and make your food taste wonderful at the same time. Oils that work with your body instead of against it. One of my absolute favorites is extra virgin olive oil. It's like liquid gold for the heart. Packed with antioxidants and monounsaturated fats, olive oil has been a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet for generations. People in those regions are known for their longevity, vitality, and resilience. And a lot of that comes down to simple things, like the oil they drizzle on their salad or use to cook their vegetables. Extra virgin olive oil helps lower LDL, bad cholesterol, supports brain health, and even reduces the risk of stroke. I always tell folks, if there's one oil you're going to make your everyday go-to, let it be olive oil. It's gentle, flavorful, and incredibly healing. But not all olive oil is created equal. You want to look for the words extra virgin on the label, and ideally it should come in a dark bottle, because light and heat can damage the oil's delicate compounds. Try using it to saute vegetables, drizzle over cooked fish, or even as a finishing touch on a bowl of warm soup. It doesn't have to be fancy to be effective. Even just swapping out that bottle of vegetable oil for a modest, good quality olive oil is a step in the right direction. Now that we've looked at the impact of vegetable, canola, and soybean oil and introduced the heart-loving power of olive oil, it's time to explore more of these game-changing options for your kitchen. Because trust me, your heart, your joints, and your energy levels will feel the difference. Now let's talk about another oil that many people use, often without thinking twice: corn oil. It's in so many processed foods and commonly used in deep frying, not just at home, but in restaurants too. On the surface, it seems harmless. It has a light taste, doesn't burn easily, and is often labeled as cholesterol-free. But here's what they don't tell you on the bottle. Corn oil is extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, and when omega-6 is consumed in excess, without a healthy balance of omega-3s, it can promote chronic inflammation in the body. Inflammation is like a slow-burning fire inside your blood vessels, your joints, and even your brain. It might not hurt today, but over time, it wears you down. For seniors, that can mean more arthritis pain, increased risk of heart disease, and faster cognitive decline. And the kicker? Much of the corn used to produce corn oil is genetically modified and heavily sprayed with pesticides, which some researchers believe may further disrupt our hormonal and metabolic systems. It's like adding invisible stress to your body with every meal. Another oil to be wary of is margarine or shortening-based oils. Yes, I know those aren't technically liquid oils, but they are still used in cooking and baking in many households. These products often contain partially hydrogenated oils, which are a major source of trans fats. Even though many countries have banned trans fats in recent years, some products still contain trace amounts, and older habits die hard. These fats are notorious for raising LDL cholesterol and lowering HDL, the good cholesterol we need to protect our arteries. They also increase the risk of stroke and type 2 diabetes, especially in aging bodies that are more vulnerable to oxidative stress. I remember visiting my aunt years ago. She loved to bake, and she swore by that big tub of margarine in her fridge. But once she learned about how trans fats were linked to the heart palpitations she had been experiencing, she made the switch to real butter and, for some recipes, even olive oil. She said not only did she feel better, but the food tasted richer and more natural too. Sometimes even small tweaks in the kitchen can bring back vitality we didn't realize we were missing. So now, after going through these less-than-friendly oils, vegetable, canola, soybean, corn, and trans fat-laden shortenings, you might be wondering, what should I be using instead? You already know about the healing powers of extra virgin olive oil, but let me introduce you to another oil that deserves a place of honor in your kitchen: avocado oil. Avocado oil is a heart-healthy superstar. Like olive oil, it's high in monounsaturated fats, which help support healthy cholesterol levels and reduce inflammation. But avocado oil also has one big advantage. It has a very high smoke point, up to 520 degrees Fahrenheit, meaning it's perfect for sautéing, roasting, even light frying without breaking down into harmful compounds. Plus, it's rich in lutein, a powerful antioxidant that supports eye health, especially important as we age. I often suggest avocado oil to folks who want something neutral in flavor, but still healing for the heart. It works beautifully in stir fries, grilled vegetables, or even baked chicken. And for seniors who are dealing with joint discomfort or early signs of cognitive decline, the anti-inflammatory benefits of avocado oil can offer gentle, daily support without needing a single pill. Another wonderful oil that many people overlook is flaxseed oil. Now, I want to be clear, this one's not for cooking because it has a low smoke point. But when it comes to heart and brain health, flaxseed oil can be a game changer, especially when used in cold dishes. It's packed with alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that helps reduce arterial plaque, lower blood pressure, and nourish the nervous system. Just a tablespoon stirred into your morning oatmeal or drizzled over a salad can help balance out the excessive omega-6s most of us unknowingly consume. I know a man named Frank. He's 78, a retired firefighter, who started taking flaxseed oil daily with his breakfast. He told me, "It's not a miracle, but I swear my mind feels sharper." It's those quiet improvements, the ones you barely notice until one day you do, that matter most. And what about coconut oil? This one has sparked some debate, but here's what I'll say. Used occasionally and in moderation, especially in baking or dishes where its flavor fits, coconut oil can be part of a healthy senior diet. While it's high in saturated fats, many of these fats are medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which are metabolized differently and may offer a quick source of energy. Some research even suggests that MCTs might support brain health in older adults. However, coconut oil shouldn't be your daily oil. It's best rotated with olive and avocado oils rather than replacing them. Finally, there's one oil that's often forgotten but incredibly valuable for seniors: walnut oil. It has a delicate, nutty flavor and is rich in plant-based omega-3s, polyphenols, and antioxidants. It's perfect for salad dressings, drizzling over roasted vegetables, or even blending into smoothies. Studies have shown that walnut oil can help reduce blood pressure and improve endothelial function, the ability of blood vessels to relax and contract properly. That's key for heart health, circulation, and even brain function. So here's what I want to leave you with today. Cooking oil is more than just a tool in the kitchen. It's a building block of your cells, your hormones, your brain, and your energy. Every drop you use is either building health or slowly eroding it. But with just a few thoughtful changes, you can protect your heart, sharpen your mind, ease inflammation, and feel lighter on your feet without sacrificing taste or joy. In the next part, we'll wrap everything up with a simple guide: which oils to throw out, which to use every day, and how to make the switch without overwhelm or confusion. Because this isn't just about cooking, it's about reclaiming your energy, your independence, and your health, one meal at a time. Let's take a breath and bring it all together. You've just learned the hidden dangers of the oils that many kitchens still rely on: vegetable oil, canola, soybean, corn oil, and anything containing trans fats. These may seem harmless, even helpful, especially when labels say things like heart healthy or cholesterol free. But now you know the truth. These oils are often highly processed, stripped of nutrients, and filled with inflammation-triggering fats that wear down the body quietly over time. And then we explored the 5 powerful oils you should be using: extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, flaxseed oil, coconut oil, in moderation, and walnut oil. Each one brings its own gift: protection for your heart, support for your brain, anti-inflammatory power for your joints, and deep nourishment for your entire system. These aren't just ingredients. They're tools for healing, aging well, and preserving the independence and clarity that matter most in the later chapters of life. Now I know, making changes can feel overwhelming. After all, you've cooked a certain way for decades. You have your favorite recipes, your favorite brands, and maybe even a little bottle of oil sitting on the stove that you reach for without thinking. But here's the truth. Small steps matter. You don't have to throw everything out overnight or become a nutrition expert. You just need to start. Maybe the first step is as simple as switching out that bottle of vegetable oil for a good bottle of extra virgin olive oil. Try it on a salad or drizzle it over steamed veggies. The next time you go to saute something, reach for avocado oil instead of canola. And perhaps when you're baking, experiment with a bit of coconut oil. You'll find that not only does the food taste richer and more vibrant, but your body starts to feel that way too. For those of you who like to write things down, here's a quick mental checklist to guide you in your kitchen from now on. Oils to avoid completely: vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, margarine, and anything with hydrogenated in the ingredients list. Oils to keep on hand and use regularly: extra virgin olive oil for cold dishes or light cooking, avocado oil for higher heat cooking, flaxseed oil for dressings or smoothies, coconut oil for occasional baking, and walnut oil for a brain and heart-boosting flavor touch. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s transform their energy just by making this single shift. One woman named Darlene, 83 years young, told me that switching to olive and avocado oil helped her digestion, gave her clearer skin, and even reduced the swelling in her knees. She didn't take a single medication, just changed her cooking oils and started paying attention to how her body responded. And that's the key. Listen to your body. It's talking to you in small ways every day. Whether it's less joint pain, more steady energy, or clearer thoughts, you'll begin to notice. Food is medicine, but only when it's chosen with intention. The oils you cook with are more than just fat. They are fuel for your cells. Choose wisely, and your body will thank you. Not just today, but every single day forward. Before we close, let me say this. Your health journey is not about perfection. It's about progress. If you've used some of those harmful oils in the past, don't feel guilty. You did what you knew at the time, but now you know better. And that means you can do better. Not perfectly, just step by step, choice by choice, meal by meal. If this video helped you, share it with someone you love, your spouse, your adult children, your best friend from church, because this is the kind of knowledge that changes lives, and it's never too late to start. You're never too old to feel better, think clearer, move easier, and live with more joy. Thank you for being here. Your time, your attention, your health, they all matter. You matter. Now go open that pantry, check those labels, and start fresh. Your heart and your future self will be glad you did.